Imagine pressing play on your favorite song and hearing it as if the artist were standing right in front of you. Every detail, every instrument, every breath crystal clear. For years, Spotify listeners have been asking for this experience, and finally, after what feels like an eternity of waiting, the company has delivered. Spotify has just rolled out HD lossless audio for premium subscribers, and this marks one of the biggest upgrades in the platform's history. Today, we're going to explore exactly what this new feature means, why it took so long, how it compares to Apple Music, Amazon, and Tidal, and what you need to know to get the most out of Spotify's new high-resolution sound. Spotify has always been the go-to music app for millions of people across the world, but one major criticism kept popping up: sound quality. For casual listeners, Spotify's very high audio setting at 320 kbps using the AAC codec might have been good enough. But for audiophiles, producers, musicians, and even everyday fans with a good pair of headphones, that compressed audio just couldn't match the rich, detailed sound available from other services. Back in 2017, Spotify first teased the possibility of a Spotify Hi-Fi tier, promising lossless audio streaming. But year after year, the feature kept getting delayed. In 2021, Apple Music stunned the industry by offering lossless audio at no extra cost, and Amazon Music had already done it in 2019. Tidal built its entire identity around high-resolution sound. Meanwhile, Spotify kept quiet. By 2022, the project was officially put on indefinite hold, leaving many to believe it might never happen. And yet, here we are in 2025. Spotify has finally made the leap, and premium subscribers in select countries are starting to see notifications in their apps, telling them that lossless audio is available. This isn't a small update. It changes how almost every single song on Spotify can be heard. So let's break it down. What does lossless really mean? When you listen to music on a streaming app, most of the time it's compressed. Compression removes parts of the audio data to make the file smaller, so it can load faster and use less bandwidth. Think of it like a photograph that's been saved at a lower resolution. It still looks fine, but if you zoom in, the details aren't as sharp. Spotify's old 320 kbps AAC files were like that: good, but not perfect. Lossless audio is different. It's like having the original master recording, untouched. Spotify is using the FLAC codec, which stands for Free Lossless Audio Codec. This allows songs to be streamed at up to 24-bit depth and a 44.1 kHz sample rate. To put it simply, it's as close to CD quality as possible, and it means you're hearing every nuance the artist intended. The gentle strum of a guitar string, the subtle reverb in a singer's voice, even background details you might never have noticed before, all of it becomes crystal clear. This new option is being gradually rolled out across more than 50 markets through October. Users in the US, the UK, Germany, Japan, Sweden, Australia, and several other countries are already getting access. If you're in one of those regions, you'll receive a notification in your Spotify app letting you know that lossless is available for you. But here's the catch. You'll need to turn it on manually. By default, Spotify won't automatically stream in lossless because these files are much larger and consume a lot more data. To enable it, you open your Spotify app, tap your profile icon in the top left, head to Settings and Privacy, then go to Media Quality. From there, you'll see the new lossless option available for Wi-Fi, cellular, and downloads. You can choose where you want it enabled. Maybe you only want lossless when you're on Wi-Fi, or maybe you want it for downloads so you can listen offline. Once you've switched it on, a small lossless indicator will appear in the Now Playing bar, letting you know you're getting the highest possible sound quality. Of course, there's an important note here. If you're listening over Bluetooth, you won't get the full lossless experience. That's because Bluetooth doesn't have enough bandwidth to transmit true lossless audio without compressing it again. So if you're using wireless earbuds, even the best ones, the sound is still being reduced. Spotify themselves recommend using wired headphones, wired speakers, or high-quality equipment that supports direct connections. That way, you can fully appreciate what lossless has to offer. And for those who use Spotify Connect, a wide range of third-party devices already support it. Brands like Sony, Bose, Samsung, Sennheiser, Denon, Marantz, Bluesound, and Yamaha are all on board, with Sonos and Amazon devices set to get support in October. So how big of a difference will you actually hear? That depends on a few things. If you're listening through cheap earbuds or your phone's built-in speaker, you might not notice a dramatic change. But if you've invested in a good pair of headphones or a quality sound system, the difference can be striking. Lossless audio brings more depth, more clarity, and more texture. The separation of instruments becomes clearer, vocals sit more naturally in the mix, and the overall listening experience feels more alive. For many users, this could breathe new life into songs they've heard hundreds of times before. Spotify has also made sure to give listeners full control. In addition to lossless, the app still offers options for low, normal, high, and very high. Each option shows how much data it consumes, so you can choose what works best for your situation. If you're commuting with limited cellular data, you might stick to high. But at home, on Wi-Fi with good equipment, you'll want to switch to lossless for the ultimate experience. It's all about flexibility. The big question people are asking is, why did this take Spotify so long? Apple Music has had lossless since 2021. Amazon Music launched it in 2019. Tidal has been doing it even longer. Spotify, the world's biggest music streaming service with more than 600 million users, is only now catching up. According to Gustav Gyllenhammar, Spotify's vice president of subscriptions, the delay was intentional. In his words, "We've taken time to build this feature in a way that prioritizes quality, ease of use, and clarity at every step." Essentially, Spotify didn't want to just rush the feature out. They wanted it to integrate smoothly into the app and be accessible across multiple devices. That said, there's no denying the company has been playing catch-up, and many users had almost given up hope. Still, the fact that it's finally here is a huge win for premium subscribers. Unlike some competitors, Spotify isn't charging extra for lossless. It's included in the standard premium plan. Apple Music took the same approach, while Tidal historically charged more for its hi-fi tier, though it has since adjusted its pricing. By keeping lossless as part of premium, Spotify is ensuring that millions of users can enjoy better audio without paying more. The rollout is also a clever way to keep premium attractive at a time when streaming competition is tougher than ever. Many people use free, ad-supported Spotify, but lossless won't be available on the free plan. That means if you want the best possible sound, you'll need to upgrade to premium. For Spotify, this is an incentive to boost subscriber numbers and retain loyal listeners who might have considered switching to Apple Music or Amazon. So what does this mean for you as a listener? If you care about sound quality, this is the moment you've been waiting for. It's not just about hearing songs differently. It's about experiencing them in a way that feels truer to the original performance. Imagine putting on your headphones, closing your eyes, and suddenly feeling like you're in the recording studio with the band. That's what lossless offers. As you explore the new feature, you might rediscover old favorites. That acoustic guitar intro you've heard dozens of times might reveal hidden details. The subtle layering in a pop track might suddenly become obvious. Even background vocals and atmospheric sounds can come alive in ways you've never noticed before. It's almost like rediscovering your music library from scratch. Of course, this also raises the bar for the music industry as a whole. With Spotify finally offering lossless, the standard of good enough audio is shifting. Listeners will begin to expect higher fidelity across the board. Artists and producers who already obsess over sound design and mixing will know their work is being appreciated in its full form. And fans will feel more connected than ever to the music they love. So, whether you're a casual listener curious to try out the difference, or an audiophile who's been waiting impatiently for years, Spotify's new lossless feature is here to change the way you listen. It's taken longer than anyone expected, but now the wait is finally over.